and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. Dave Cackley's over there, and I got to start this morning off with a moment of pride.
Okay, good.
Are you ready
Pride
for
goeth
this?
before destruction, though.
What's that?
Pride goeth before destruction. Remember
Well,
that.
we're just going to, I didn't need a biblical verse or anything like that, but I wanted to show you a little something that seems to have stuck. As I'm not the world's greatest do-it-yourself guy around the house,
Okay.
I've been known to phone a friend for things like hanging up a toilet paper roll or, not the roll itself, but, like the holder-upper thingy.
Hey, man, I'm just glad you started using toilet paper. I think that's great.
Hey, there's
Step up.
perfect. But I want to show you. Look what's still hanging up there. Ready?
Yeah, let's
See that? See my rocket?
Wow.
I hung that shelf all
hung it
by myself.
yourself, and it has not come down yet.
And it hasn't
That's
fallen.
impressive.
There's no broken glass. There's not 9,000 Lego pieces all over the floor. Nothing. There's my rocket right up there.
No mild concussion.
Nothing.
You're good.
Now I will put the thing on it that the admission is that a 6-year-old did have to build the rocket for me.
Of course.
But other than that, dude, hung the shelf. There's the Apollo rocket right there.
Oh, good for you. That's something to
I
be
think
proud
I've turned
of.
a corner.
And you know what I liked? I liked the fact that you were humble initially, saying, "Hey, usually I've got to call people to do things for me
Sure.
because, I'm a man of very, very little talent." But I was able to do this, and
I wouldn't say a man of very little talent.
That's what you said. That's
Well,
what no,
I said I'm somewhat hamstrung in the do-it-yourself arts around the house.
That's what I was talking about.
No, you said I was a man of
of
little talent. You were trying.
I
You
didn't-
were
I
trying
know,
to squish me.
Not
You were
at
trying to
all.
keep
I was
baby in a
saying-
corner. Is what you were trying to
No,
do.
what I was doing to Baby is I was praising. Ironically, I was praising you on your humility.
No, it didn't feel like
Yes,
that. That felt like
that's
a
what it
backhanded cuff up is what that felt like right there. So-
it wasn't meant to be that. If it was taken that way, I sincerely apologize.
Okay, well, thank you.
Okay.
Now, see, so there's the rocket on the shelf, and it still looks good. Doesn't that look great up there, though? Look at that rocket. Oh, man.
Yes.
Who doesn't
That's
need a
great.
Saturn V rocket hanging in their studio?
I
Everybody
don't
should have
know.
one.
You're
I've said
absolutely
that since
right.
day one.
I know since before the beginning of time.
A little dusting.
I believe you've been saying that. Yes.
Apparently, I need to learn
Before
how to dust,
rockets
too.
were even invented.
Yep,
You've
see?
been saying
There you go.
we won. Yeah.
Na-
All right.
All right, so you're always making fun of me because I can't name basketball players?
Yes.
Name me 2 other rockets other than a Saturn V.
Other than the Saturn V rocket, well, okay. I don't pretend to care about the space program. You pretend to care about Michigan football or basketball.
No, I don't.
So
I don't pretend to care.
about the space program. I would say, you want me to name? How about the Apollo 11? The Apollo.
That was a
13,
Saturn V rocket.
The Mercury 7.
What kind of rocket was that?
What kind of rocket?
Yeah.
It was the one with the pointy. It's got a pointy shape, and it's like
Right.
this. Goes this and goes there.
It's
like
a
that.
Redstone.
Okay, very good.
Redstone rocket.
Okay,
Would you like some other rocket history?
I really don't need any more rocket history.
All
I
right,
think this has been longer conversation on.
I thought maybe you'd like to leave December
aeronautics that
20th
I
a smarter man, but apparently not. So
No, it's not. It's not that. It's not where my interest lies. I appreciate the fact that you're interested in it, and that's great. And you don't seem to appreciate the fact that I don't care.
okay, well, I do now.
Okay, now you do. Now, see, we understand. We understand each other.
We've come to
I am
terms.
interested in, though.
We've come to an accord. What?
And what I am interested in. Do you know? And I've forgotten his name, but I'm a little pop quiz. I don't mean to throw you a curveball.
'Kay.
Who was the last man to walk on the moon?
Gene Cernan.
Wow, that was impressive.
Gene Cernan. I think he died a year or so ago. Yeah. He.
No. I think he's still. I think the last guy to walk on the moon is actually still alive.
How much you want to put on
He's
that?
like 87. The last guy to walk on the moon. First of all, I'm not sure it's Gene Cernan. I would bet you $20 that the last man to walk on the moon, is still alive.
You would.
Yes.
Sure, you don't want to go 50?
No, actually, now I'm second guessing myself.
You ought to be.
But I looked it up after I heard Norm Macdonald talking about it. I can't remember where he was talking about it, but he said he made an analogy that people don't remember who the last man to walk on the moon was, but they know, like all the Kardashians.
Let's go $50 on it.
No, I'm not going to go $50.
Come
No,
on.
no, no,
Come
no,
on.
no, I'm not gonna do it.
Where's your sense of
No, I'm not going to do
manhood?
it. I'm not
Where's
going
your
to do it.
sense of, hey, look, you got to look at it like this. You've admitted in the past that you're somewhat of a degenerate gambler.
Mhm.
So, and now you're being boisterous when it comes to trivial knowledge of
I
the.
think I'm right.
I want you to go
I'm not
$50
confident
on The
enough.
Last Man on the Moon, and I want you to go. And
See, here's the thing.
I tell you what, $50. I'm saying Gene Cernan, and I'm saying he's not alive anymore.
If I'm wrong on this, Max doesn't get a hoverboard. So
Well,
that's why I
these are
can't do
things
it.
kids of
Can't do
gambling
it.
degenerates have to learn at Christmas time.
Right, it's true.
And you don't have it.
Sometimes-
You don't have it
sometimes
bought
they're gonna
yet.
get coal, no matter how they behaved.
You don't have it. You don't have his Christmas present bought yet.
No, I've got Christmas shopping to do tonight. Actually, maybe tomorrow.
Okay. Well,
Not
I'm
sure.
telling you,
Maybe Christmas Eve.
I'll go 50. I'll go 50 that it was Gene
No.
Cernan, The Last Man on the Moon.
I'm not 100% sure it was Gene Cernan either, but I'm about 90% that the last man to walk on the moon is still alive, and I think he's like 86.
$50.
No.
Okay. Well, I won't take
Not
it for
gonna
20. Because
Okay, fine.
I'll go 50. But
No.
all
Not
right,
gonna, no. Not gonna do
had
it.
your chance.
All right. Let's move on. All right,
Okay.
Ready for the news?
You're gonna go. You're gonna research this after we're done.
I am. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. All right. It appears a government shutdown will be averted. Majority Leader Mitch McConnell announced a plan to set up a short-term spending bill. This would fund the government through February 8th. It will not include any money for the proposed border wall. Trump said he's going to get that through other means. See what happens. What else is going on? A pair of U.S. senators want the federal government to take back control of sports gambling in the U.S. Several states have begun offering sports betting, and more are expected to take up the issue next year. A bill introduced Wednesday by Democrat Chuck Schumer and Republican Orrin Hatch would have the Justice Department set minimum standards for states to offer sports betting. They want to make sure everything's on the up and up. And what better industry to oversee gambling, to make sure
Right.
it's on the up and up, than the most corrupt institution on planet Earth. Wow. Every station, I'm fine with having it be state to state. You know, what's good for one state may not be good for the other. I'm fine with that. Although I think it's like marijuana. It's like, just let people gamble, let people, let people smoke their weed, whatever. Let's move on to more pressing issues.
I think the only thing that gets me about gambling, and I can see where there's two things that I think that ought to be looked into right now, and I'll tell you why. Gambling and ticket reselling, because there's just an awful lot of room, huh?
Scalping, you mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they call it reselling now, but it's really scalping. But there's just so much room in there for people to genuinely get screwed by unscrupulous offshore people that are not selling you anything. You know what I mean? With gambling, you can make up. Let's say you bet on the Patriots this weekend, blah blah blah, and you go to a website that'll take your bet. Even if you win, they're not going to pay you. Period. Same thing with the offshore, with the ticketing. You know, last year when we wanted to go see ELO, they sold out in minutes, right, for the show in Detroit. And I went to a StubHub or whatever the hell it was, and I got my tickets through someplace in Vegas. And then I called my friend Ron, who works for the concert industry, and he chewed my ass. I mean, he's like, dude, you don't know if these things are real. Are they the printed ones? Are they because what happens is that these ticket resellers will print multiple copies of the same ticket, and whoever gets to the venue first is the one that gets the seats. Right. So I wouldn't mind some kind of regulation into those two industries. But the reality of it is this. Most of the betting, I think, that goes on, it's you calling your bookie and figuring out what the bet's going to be.
Exactly.
So to put a stop to some of these internet gambling things and all this other kind of stuff, I don't know why that could happen.
See, that's the thing is they're not trying to put a stop to it, which I appreciate. They're looking at just having some oversight, which on one hand I understand, but on the other hand, having these people do it.
Right. I know. Well, who else is going to do it?
Yeah. I don't know. Private. You could have private.
You're not going to get the Mayberry City Council committed.
I don't know. Look, I mean, I trust Mayberry. Do you trust Mayberry or do you trust Washington more?
Right.
Honestly.
Right.
Anyway. What else is going on? Another Big Red is headed to the big time in college football. Muskegon offensive lineman Anthony Bradford made his choice official on Wednesday. The 6'5", 360-pound lineman headed to Louisiana State University, LSU, next fall. Louisiana, I know I talked yesterday about, it's nice to keep some of these boys in state and going to, Michigan State, Western. But it's also cool to see them venture out and say, you know what, I want to get out of my comfort zone. I want to get away
Big
from
world out there.
Maybe want to play in the SEC, knock heads with Nick Saban's Alabama Crimson Tide. I think that's great, and it reflects well on a national level on Muskegon. And like I said before, man, the Big Reds are a national high school powerhouse. It's not just a local, it's not just a regional, it's not just a statewide thing. They're on the national map when it comes to college football recruiters, and it reflects well on the area. Absolutely.
Yep. Good thing.
What else going on? Actually, a light night in sports. Both the Pistons and the Red Wings were off. No Thursday night football tonight. Those games are going to be on Saturday. So that's it.
All right. Hey, I got to throw a plug in, and this is something that you need to take home and tell your mom about. Christmas Eve, we're going to have another showing of that singing Christmas tree from Mona Shores.
Okay. You know what?
We worked it out that all day long on MuskegonChannel.com, you'll be able to just go to the website. There'll be a pop-up window that says, hey, here's a re-airing of the Singing Christmas Tree. Click here to play. It's going to be there for 24 hours only. So if you, and as you snubbed me, if you will.
I didn't snub you.
Oh, you did.
I just forgot.
You were down at Stinky's Bar in Middleville drinking your cheap well scotch.
No,
like you're some kind of significant.
Well scotch.
I get it. And that's okay. Hey, you know what? Your alcohol problem's not mine. Whatever. But you should tell your mom, and you should make it a point to go to MuskegonChannel.com on Christmas Eve and watch the Singing Christmas Tree.
Okay, I will. I'll make a mental note this time.
Hey, did I show you my rocket? Look up there. Woo, look at my rocket. Ain't that great?